All right, guys. So this is going to be my Model Y first impressions drive. I just grabbed it here from Tesla and Langley. So it seems like test drives are available in most locations here in British Columbia, at least, because I know Surrey is doing it as well. Um, this is the 2026 Tesla Model Y, codenamed Juniper. I did a video kind of showcasing the exterior and what it looks like. And what I'm doing actually now is driving home. I'm going to pick up Jae. We'll walk around the car. I'll get her impressions of it, see what she thinks about it. And then we'll drive back to Tesla and Jae will drive, so she'll give her opinion. So you'll get kind of the opinion of somebody that I've spent a lot of time learning about it, like researching it. She doesn't know nearly as much because she doesn't obsess about it like I do. So it'd be cool to have two people's opinion on the car. The Model Y is what a year ago her and I actually were looking at getting instead of the new Model 3 that we got. But because the Model 3 had just been refreshed, it definitely made more sense to get the newer vehicle. So this was kind of always our first choice, but we needed to buy a vehicle then, so we got the 3. But I think we do both prefer the size and kind of performance of the Y a little bit more. So I think today, if you brought me into a dealership and I didn't own a Tesla, this is the car that I would buy between this and the 3. You can go camping, you have more space for people. It's just a bigger vehicle. Like, it sits up on the road a little bit more, so you don't feel, for better or worse, like you're in as much of a like low riding go-kart. That's not to say at all anything negative about the 3. Like, I love the 3. It's my favorite vehicle I've ever owned. The Y is just, I don't know, more of a family vehicle. But yeah, so to give impressions, I mean, first of all, we're in FSD while we're driving, which, for those of you who don't know, full self-driving is for the launch edition of this car, which I think currently is the only available version. It's included with the car. So when you buy this vehicle with the launch edition, you get full self-driving outright. It's amazing software. It does a great job, but I've talked a lot about FSD in the past in my car, so I'm going to spend more time trying to talk about this car and less about FSD. So, yeah, I mean, hopping in it, it does feel very similar to my car, which is a refreshed Model 3. So if you're coming from a refreshed Model 3, it's going to seem very, very similar. But if you're driving an old Model Y or an old Model 3, it's a huge upgrade. Just like overall, the interior, everything about it, the feel, the fabric, it's a lot more premium for sure. So that is one huge bonus I will say about this vehicle. And I mean, even comparing it to my car, like the speakers clearly are going to be a little bit better. Some of the materials are definitely more of like a, what, I don't know, it's a vegan suede, whatever. Like, it is an upgraded version even to my car. There's little things like if you buy this car, like I said, that is the launch edition, like right here, there's launch edition badging. On the door sill, it says launch edition. There's a launch edition kick plate light, whatever floodlight that goes on the ground. Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice car. So a big thing that Tesla talked about was, one thing that they did mention that I really haven't seen anybody talk about, so I'm going to try and test it right now, is call quality. It's supposed to be 40% improved or something. So I'm going to phone Jae right now. She's going to record the call, and then we're going to compare that to me in my Model 3 just after. So I'm going to phone her after in my car, or our car. But so we're driving about 75 kilometers an hour. I'm going to try and do the same. We've got the volume at that.
Hello.
Hello, can you record the call?
Hi.
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 I mean, you talk to me all the time while I'm driving. Do I sound different by chance?
Not really.
Oh, really? Like
You s-
nothing.
No, I can still hear a bit of car
Oh, really?
noise. Just
I mean,
slightly. You sound
am
good.
I, like, yeah, but I don't, it doesn't sound different than when you've talked to me.
No, sounds the exact same.
This is, this is a call from the new Model Y, driving at 60 kilometers an hour in the upgraded speakers, and I'll call from the 3.
Yeah.
saying basically the exact same thing at 70 kilometers an hour. But
To
you're saying,
me, it sounds exactly the same.
okay, so this is me in the Model 3 driving 67 kilometers an hour, comparing that to the Model Y. I went over a little bump there. Yeah, 67 cars driving. You think it sounds the same?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. There's, depending on how I edit it, you might just have already seen the Model 3's call back to back, but from the sounds of it, that's just somebody, she talks to me a lot while I'm driving. She's saying there's not a huge difference. But for road noise, here's one that is supposed to be a lot better. And this is actually good because I'll drive this exact same road back with Jae and we'll be the same speed. We'll do everything. But this is, Jae came at me when when she saw that I was, that I had a decibel meter reading, decibel reader. This is going to record real time the like noise in the cabin. So going down this road, I'm going to record and have this up and we'll see how loud the car is and we'll do the exact same. I'm going to turn off the vents in the cabin and then we'll compare that to the Model 3. Yeah, so I guess to talk about other things, sorry if I already did. Turn stocks are back. They're here. I do think that that is a good thing. I think that was smart of Tesla to bring it back, to be honest with you. I really don't mind it being on the wheel, but there was enough people that didn't like that. Why wouldn't they do it? Like, why wouldn't they put it back? Then everybody's happy. Nobody's not going to buy the car because there's a turnstock. I think there's a non-zero amount of people that won't buy this car because the turnstocks were removed. So that was great. Okay, so I'll do that exact same spot on the road in the Model 3. But that shows you, I mean, it's a very quiet car and going over those bumps is very smooth. It feels very good. I'll be fully honest, it doesn't blow me away in a difference from the Model 3. But maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe I'll get into the 3 and I'll be like, yeah, actually it was a lot smoother. So it's very good. It's very nice. It's very quiet. But so is the Model 3. The best test, and maybe I'll actually do that, would be to take a Y, like an old Y, and do this exact same loop. So we will see. But other changes. So a big one is there is now a front bumper camera. So if you hit this camera button right here, you can see your rear camera, your two side cameras. That's all the same as before. But if you swipe down, you're going to see front bumper camera, which is massive. The Cybertruck is the only other Tesla that has this right now, I believe. I wish that my Model 3 had it, perhaps offered as a retrofit. But another great thing that they did with that is right here, if you press and hold this button, it washes the camera. So if there's dirt or debris, which absolutely does happen here in the Pacific Northwest, or anywhere to be honest, it'll clean the camera. I think that they should have added that for the back as well. Like I think the front and back should have that same camera cleaning, but the fact that they've added it on the front, at least it's a step in the right direction. So that, as far as I know, is the only way to enable the wash, because if you press and hold the wiper blade here, it'll clean the windshield, but it won't enable that. So I think that that is your only way to clean that camera, but really, really, really nice to have that. What else? I also realized I forgot to disable the cabin, whatever, the vents for doing that sound test. So I will perhaps redo it on the way back. We'll see. So something that this car has is this swing. So you can, like, this is how you enable, if you don't know about Teslas, this is how you move around where the air goes in your car, right? Very normal, very standard, and you kind of put it at one spot. Something that is nice that they added is right here, this little swing button, and you can see like it visually swing mode activated, and then this vent will kind of just like blow across you, which is actually a really nice feature. I don't think anybody was asking for it, but it's a welcome change, so really good job. This car also has biohazard mode, which the 3 does not, which is cool. So that, as far as I understand, like kind of like does a full cabin circulation. It's very loud. All the outside air goes through like some crazy HEPA filter. Tesla's done a bunch of tests showing it. It's very impressive. For places that had, like with the wildfires and stuff, you could enable that and it helped like draw smoke out from the air and keep the cabin clean. It's amazing. And yeah, so I will end the video here because I'm just going to pull into my house, pick up Jae, and then I'll take her out and then we'll look at the car together and I'll get her first impressions and we'll look at it from the outside. So see you guys in 1 second here. Okay, so I'm just grabbing Jae. You haven't seen one of these in real life yet, right?
No.
No, but you've seen photos and stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
The first thing I noticed is there's no logo at the front, which is interesting.
Oh wow, you didn't even know, like I hadn't told you that?
I don't really listen to you when you talk a lot sometimes about that. What?
Just walk over closer to, yeah. Okay, that's interesting that you noticed that first thing.
I remember that you mentioned it, but
You noticed that it doesn't.
I noticed right away, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of strange that it doesn't have a white logo, or the Tesla logo. Do you like the light bar?
Yeah, it's kind of bubbly to me. Like our car looks a little bit more sleek.
Interesting.
I don't like that it doesn't have a logo.
Oh wow.
It looks like a prototype. Like it looks like it's not finished, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about the back? Because otherwise this is all fairly similar.
Mm-hmm. The size is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying on the way here, this is the car that I think we would have chose if we had the choice between the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice.
Do you like the diffused?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. There's Tesla here. Like there's a logo, you could say here, but the fact that there's not one in the front is for sure strange.
Yeah. No, it definitely just looks similar for sure.
Okay, we'll hop in the car. Okay.
Are we driving or FSDing?
This is less about FSD. You're welcome
Okay.
to throw FSD on at any point. You don't like it anyways, apparently, so.
That's not true.
No love lost there.
There's a new. This feels different. The foot rester.
There's definitely one in our car, but maybe it is
This
different.
feels more. Well, now I'll have to check our car when we get into it. Is
Yeah.
this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
If this feels more substantial. Maybe that's just the difference of the Y and being higher up.
Sure.
It doesn't feel that much bigger than our car.
Interesting.
I thought there was a whole other row.
There can be, which is wild. Those poor people that would be in the last row.
How?
I don't know. Here, let's go away from the house.
Okay.
So it's not as nice of a backdrop.
I don't even know how to drive. You didn't notice this foot thing? It's very comfortable.
Interesting. Ours definitely has something there.
I feel like not. It must just be maybe. Oh, people. I'll wait for you.
Like ours definitely has like a raised thing, but maybe it isn't as much.
It
Do you-
feels
do you-
very different, but I'll drive when we get home.
For sure.
Where do we want to go?
Just back to Tesla. So whatever
Okay.
route you want to take. We have this thing for an hour, but however long you can
I'm
be
gonna
off
go that way.
Yeah, go for it. Oh.
Once we're all good. To
According to okay, watch this.
Oh, that's so weird. I went.
1,002. People think you should be able to pull it right now. I posted a video on
What?
X the other day. Whatever, I'll leave it for a different. This isn't in the Model Y video. Go slow here.
Okay.
Go slow. Like.
Whoa, the back window is so small.
Oh yeah, probably because it's like
It's
go
tiny.
right. Do a little zero. Go past this person maybe, and let's do a little launch.
I don't like when people drive fast on here though. They hit
You just
gears.
go up to 60 fast.
Oh wow.
But go down to like 0 and do it, because that's really where you notice the most. Like slow right down. Slow right down to 0. And then go up to 60. Okay. Was that foot all the way down?
No.
Do it. Just slow right down.
No, I'm scared.
One more time. Quick.
Not here.
Just right here. Or you can do it right to the stop sign. This is the perfect road because there's nobody. You'll be able to just foot all the way down. That's when you actually notice the difference. All the way to the floor. It's crazy, eh?
Yeah. It feels like I'm on a roller coaster.
Yeah, it does.
Like we're in Six Flags or something.
Our car doesn't have that because this has like the launch.
Right when I got in, I tried to press the button.
Which button?
The signal button.
Oh, so that's funny, yeah. What do you think about that? Obviously, that's a big one.
I'm indifferent. I like the stock.
Yeah. I think
if this was a button, I wouldn't care either otherwise.
I think it'd be very confusing for the households that own this car and the new 3 as well, because it'll just be a lot of like muscle memory that conflicts with itself.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Because you'd be like you said, reaching here for a signal, but also that.
I really like being higher. I've always driven, my first cars were SUVs, so you know that I like.
For sure. I'm not saying you need to go there. I'm just going to put it in. So we have this is a route, but take your time. We have a lot of time with this. Which
I think is no different than driving. When we test drove the Y originally, I remember I had said to you I would prefer having that.
Yeah.
But then it also doesn't make a lot of sense for us with no kids or dogs, or we do house projects quite a bit, which would be nice to be able to fold down the seats and put in. What I really liked with the Y is that we put in our cooler when we went camping.
Yeah, and you see they have a cooler for the front trunk.
Oh, cool.
Like it's inserts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And otherwise it looks like our car, just bigger.
Yeah,
and
so
then
that's
the outside looks a bit different, but
that's what I tried to like not undersell it, but I think coming from a new 3, it's less mind-blowing because it's basically a new 3. But if you have the equivalent of what our loaner car was there for a week, this is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because
the mirrors feel a bit dinky to me.
How come?
I don't know if it's just the white, like the contrast between the black and the white. These people on little scooters, they just seem a bit. It feels like a Corolla mirror.
Interesting.
Or something equivalent. Seems bigger though. I've never actually honestly noticed. You don't really use the mirrors very often because you've got the cameras. So that is the interesting part of that. I can't get over how small that back window is.
Yes. Does it almost feel like unusable?
I mean, it's fine for what you, I guess, technically need, which is probably why they made it so small, but it also is just really tiny.
I wonder if there's a world where they'll ever throw... So in the Cybertruck, there's just a permanent bumper camera mirror sitting right here.
Oh, okay.
To be your rear view mirror.
We should go buy me flowers.
Oh, okay. Sure. For filming this video.
I don't know if there's anybody that's selling them right now. Tulips. I don't really like tulips.
On the door, where the like handle is that your parents grab every single time. They shouldn't.
Oh, they've made it. They've made it more obvious.
Yeah. Do you like that?
Are you supposed to use it?
You're not, but it's there in case of emergency. So I think it's good that they've like highlighted that it exists.
Yeah.
Is the reason for it. And I think there's something more in the back too.
I just feel like everyone's going to use it.
For sure, and especially if Tesla says that it like hurts it. Because when it was unmarked, your parents used it all the time.
Exactly. So marked, they definitely will.
I mean, that's to me. I look at that. There's a door open. I'm going to press that. I hear too, but if you're old, pressing a button seems less like that is more how you open a door.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
What else is new? The sound system would be upgraded, but that's hard to show off in here. So it's supposed to be smooth and quiet are like big things that Tesla like really pushed on. Does this feel quieter or smoother than our car?
Not really.
That's what I said too.
It's very nice. I do notice the outside noise a little bit, definitely with our car.
What are you looking for?
Just
oh.
back. do I straighten it?
There you go.
Oh. But it doesn't bother me, but it's definitely not a silent experience.
Sure.
And this, I guess it could be a little bit quieter, but it's really hard to tell.
Well, what if I told you we have a decibel meter reading?
I made fun of him the other day for that.
The things I do for this channel.
I called him a nerd.
Yeah, she lost it when I pulled this thing out. The Tatado.
Oh, my decimal reader for my videos that I'm doing. No, but otherwise, I mean, it feels really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think for anybody that needs a bit more space.
Yeah.
Isn't this the one though that you have to pay for FSD and it's significantly more expensive?
Currently, yes. Like
Okay.
if you buy this, you have to get the launch edition. But I think that's going to change, honestly, even today because very, very soon. But currently, yes. If you buy this car, you have to get the launch edition, which comes with FSD, and then it includes like you're able to get the white interior, which normally you pay extra for.
Mm-hmm.
You get the launch, the faster acceleration boost. There's all these like add-ons that like are packaged with it.
We have quite a bit more time.
Yeah. Where can we go that we can park and you can look at
Oh, wrong button. I pressed the light button instead.
Is there like a? Oh, we can pull into here. It's a big parking lot, right?
You want me to just sit in the back?
Just show you the power seats and stuff. So go left here if you don't mind. This thing basically doesn't have insurance, so don't get an accident.
I know, that's what makes me nervous.
And then park wherever you want. Oh, actually, this is good. Pull into this parking spot, and then you can use the front bumper camera.
Oh.
So hit the camera button. I think it should come on automatically as you're parking, but.
Wow.
So what do you think about that? Big change.
Yeah,
But see, so it's telling you to stop, but you actually have quite a bit more space.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then do you see this? You can wash it.
I think it's situational. I feel like I just reference this all the time. I have no problem.
For sure.
with
And
that.
it works good enough. It's just those like super, super tight scenarios. Like you were just parking in Vancouver the other day and you're saying like because of the cameras and everything, it made parking easier.
Oh, absolutely.
I just think as good as Tesla Vision is, this is nice to see too. Just for...
It's possible, so I don't see why it wouldn't.
Okay, let's just check out the back quickly. Okay, so this is the new trunk.
Oh, weird.
And the little parcel shelf, which they have. So if you can
Can
fold...
you put stuff on here?
I think it's more to...
Feels like there's no way.
I think it's to hide. So you can fold that up into like 3 or whatever somehow.
There's instructions.
All right, there, maybe. But it can go down in there, which is really nice too. Like there's like a little, like if you lift that. So this is a shelf for that, which Tesla. So again, if you buy the launch edition, you get them.
Should we take that?
We should take that. Yeah, they won't notice. When we bought our car, we had to pay for that. It was like $200 or $300, whatever. That's included, right? Things like that.
Well, yeah, it should be.
It should be. Okay, so it's super interesting. So if you press that button.
Did it just close the door?
No, that was weird. The timing was very strange on that. What it does is
it moves the front seat.
it moves the front seat. So like, press the button again. Oh, that seat won't have to move because we're sitting far enough forward. But press this one.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, and then it moves it back. So it's just very like automatic.
Wow. Why do they put felt?
I don't know.
Everybody puts mats anyways.
It's probably just cheap.
And it's so like all the dog hair and stuff gets into it.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
But I mean,
That's really cool.
yeah. And then you can drop that middle one down
You're manually. Yeah.
manually if you wanted to do like snowboards or whatever, like something.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, so that's nice.
I love that you can fit a cooler.
Yeah, and you can we? No, we can't. I'll show the front now.
I feel like only one of our seats has this.
I think they both have
Do
it.
they both have it?
Yeah.
I've never sit in the back.
We'll have to lift this up manually. So there's that. I mean, we never sit in the back of our car, so.
Our rims are much nicer.
Our rims are nicer. Yeah, these are weird. So it's a bigger
much
front.
Bigger, but it's a bigger car. So
Yeah. And then that's a drain plug. So you could technically fill this up with ice or water.
That's cool.
The
actually quite big.
Tesla China video showed fish in their trunk.
That's smart. Then it doesn't make your car stinky.
I wish it was powered.
Oh, I thought it is.
No.
What?
No.
I thought. Is
No.
that just people modding it?
Yeah, people like this is still the same as ours. Like you press a button and you just had to lift it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the car. I don't know what else is new and exciting from the outside. So I mean, at night, I think this would be really cool to like see.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really like appreciate it, but basically the light is underneath here, and then it shines onto this, and then reflects.
Yeah.
And then as well, it like spills out onto the ground. It looks really cool at night. I asked them if I could take it tonight for a test drive, and she said it's for Tesla employees only. And then I asked her if they're hiring. So, have you sat in the back of our car?
Yep. I think.
Does this have?
These are so dinky.
Oh, the windows come down, I think, a little bit more, but definitely not all the way. Because in the Model 3, the windows don't come down fully.
What? There's no cup holders.
Really? Lift that back up?
Oh, is it this? Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's still the armrest.
Is that ours too? Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so
Hopefully I don't sit very far back here. It really doesn't feel like there's that much more space than our car.
Interesting.
Like the trunk, obviously, but I feel like sitting back here.
Well,
The time
right
that
after
we've
this,
driven?
we'll hop in our car.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to compare things without, because like I said, we don't spend a ton of time in the back, but
Is our screen bigger?
it's the same size.
Or is this different?
I think it's all the same.
Maybe just because we're lower.
Yeah.
What am I giving?
Well, you said it wasn't any bigger. So with that and with that down.
The one in the Y is definitely nicer. This I find is dinky.
Yeah, I agree. Like, as you brought that down.
Nothing ever stays in here.
Yeah.
This is strange, but
Do you feel similar sized?
obviously this is.
Yeah, I don't know why this car has this. It's very nice
I
for the
know.
Y that it's like all glass across
I really
the top.
like that it's all glass. Well, they've just moved this to here, which is why.
Oh,
that
and that's
window's
why
so
that window
small.
feels smaller.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
interesting. Oh, look at her. She's a Tesla.
Yeah, I know my cars. Obviously there's a lot more space in terms of height,
Yeah.
which is more spacious, but like seat wise, I feel just as comfortable
Okay.
sitting in here.
But probably with 3 people, you might notice the difference
Yes, yeah, definitely.
'Cause I think it's
there's
what-
definitely more room
in the Y.
in the Y.
Cool. Okay. So we'll head there.
Not the dealership.
Not the dealership. It's a Tesla sales center.
Cameras all look the same.
Yeah. So it's hardware 4, which there are Model Ys that exist today that aren't the new one that are hardware 4 as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the new fancy upgraded cameras.
Interesting. Am I allowed to talk about how it's unfortunate that I feel...
You can say whatever you want. Unfiltered channel.
I really
Let's hear it.
dislike...
It's got a spicy take.
Well, just, I feel like lately because of all, like, Elon's comments and how just the decisions he's making and people kind of shitting on, Tesla and the cars itself, that it's really unfortunate that I feel like driving this is a reflection of my values and what people look at driving. Like, I should be able to drive my nice car with cool tech and not feel almost embarrassed. Mm-hmm. And I hate that. That's really unfortunate. And we are not just in the position to be like, oh, I'm going to sell my car and buy a different one because I don't like the CEO of a company. Like, I think it's a great car and I really like driving it, and it saves us a ton of money. Clearly you really like the tech. Is it 30 in here?
It's at 50.
Okay.
50.
I think it's 30 up here.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate. I feel I even went for lunch with my friend a couple days ago, and she's like, oh, are you going to get one of those stickers on your car that say, like, bought this before Elon kind of went off the deep end? And I'm like, yeah, but I shouldn't have to.
No.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna include this in the video because.
Well, you should.
No, absolutely. Like I overall don't like to talk politics because the world is so divisive. Like even you saying this, I guarantee there's people reaching for the unsubscribe button right now.
Well, that's fine. Bye.
Exactly. Like people are allowed to have their own opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Elon can have his opinion too, but it's just too bad when those opinions, like you said, it because of what he's doing, it makes it look like you're on his side.
Yeah.
By owning a car.
Yeah.
Which is, in no other company is that the case. Like when we buy Amazon packages, I'm not like, yeah, I align with Jeff Bezos and that's why I'm ordering this on Amazon.
And
it's
there's such a public perception around it too, which is, I think, the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, people will defend Elon and say that what he's doing is fine and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, there's no denying that what he's doing is divisive.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's dealerships being literally shot at in Seattle.
Yeah.
And cars being burned. And like, it is just really, 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 really unfortunate. Even if everything he's doing is right, it's unfortunate what it's done because it just creates this huge divide.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think about it when I'm driving the car and how much time I spend like influencing this brand.
Yeah.
I love Tesla and I love the tech and I love the cars. I don't give a shit about Elon, is the reality.
Mm-hmm. Which it is very much intertwined. And
I wish it wasn't. And
yeah.
There again, as I said that, probably more people reaching for the unsubscribe button. Like, Tesla is where it is today in a lot of ways because of Elon. There is no denying that. Like, he poured a bunch of money, time, resources, whatever into it. So there's no discrediting the work he's done. I just worry that now that, like...
It's just brand, right? And
yeah.
Brand reputation and everything around that is huge.
Yes. So, and yeah, you can say mainstream media is brainwashing people, whatever, but it still just sucks to have something that's polarizing.
But.
Okay, so... We'll probably have to mute the audio, but let's just get a...
It doesn't...
It like sounds better than our car, and I can feel the bass for sure.
Yeah,
like,
I could feel the bass there. That was actually quite cool.
And I know, like, it's weird. Like, I can point to where these speakers are because I hear them so much more. And I feel like in our car, there's just like is sound, and there's less like, oh, those speakers are really loud.
Yeah.
But it's definitely better, but not... I don't usually listen to volume at like anything above 3/4.
No.
I'm usually listening to like podcasts and stuff, but it's good speakers for sure.
It sounds good. It's not crazy different than.
This roof is like some percent more shaded than ours. Like it has more filter for UV light to keep you from getting warm.
I can see that. It's like blue.
Yeah, which for us doesn't matter. I think it's for places more like California and whatnot that have crazy sun all the time. This is all the same. That's the same.
I still wish that I really wish they had a footwell spot.
Yeah, like down here, there's nothing, but there could be.
Yes, I would want this to be capped and shorter, like this short. Right? So a shelf.
Because where does that go? Yeah, it ends right here.
Yeah.
So what's
shelf,
here?
No, I want a shelf right here.
But you can buy those.
We have that, but then I want this to be accessed under it. Right?
I see. Oh, interesting. But it's clean and closed.
Eh.
But yeah, it's seriously, like when we put stuff in there, it's just like lost in the void.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, park it in there. So that is that. That's the Tesla Model Y Juniper. If I'm missing anything, I'm sorry. But that's kind of everything to do with the car. Fire up the front bumper camera if you want. It should pop up on its own right here.
It should.
In my opinion.
So much
but see, like that's kind of like it's giving you orange.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Cool.
If we're politics aside, buying a car today, we didn't have the 3, it's the 3 or the Y. What are you getting?
And it's a lot more money?
Let's pretend like it's the same price. Like it's the difference in, several thousand difference.
I'd probably get a Y.
Yeah.
From a long term, like 95% of the time, like we said, it's literally just us two with Costco groceries in the back.
Yeah. But for the times that it is, like, the
Yeah.
space would be really
Yeah,
convenient.
I think so. But for the additional cost, I think our car is great. Unless you've got a big family and, you know,
Yeah.
all the things. But
Cool. All right, that is the video. There will probably be like the Model 3 stuff peppered throughout. So this will be the end of it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.